Good morning, YouTubers. Hope the sound's alright. It's a little bit windy up here today. Now, this Markle woman, right, she's a stain on the British royal family, in my opinion. She's Miss Prissy Knickers, I call her. I don't like her. I think it was a mistake to ever let that woman into the royal family. You know, lots of people have said, oh, she's like Princess Diana. She's not. She's nothing like Princess Diana. Nothing. There's difference as chalk and cheese. Nothing like her at all. Diana was probably, in my opinion, the best thing that ever happened to the British royal family in the 20th century. And yet the only person who couldn't see it was Charles. What was it she said? She said that in the Panorama interview, she thought, knowing the character, she said she thinks the top job's going to be a bit challenging for him. Well, that remains to be seen, doesn't it? We'll see. I'm obviously not a fan of Queen Camilla. But, you know, it's Charlie's turn. That's the way the monarchy rolls, isn't it? It's his turn. No matter what you think of him talking to plants and playing the harp in the background and stuff like this. I mean, it's every monarch brings along their own personality, I suppose, don't they, to the crown. I mean, I always criticised Queen Elizabeth for never saying anything. She never had any input on anything. I mean, you don't know these characters. You don't know what they're like in real life. I've never met Prince Charles. And I still call him Prince Charles, even though I know he's the king. Prince Charles is the king now, is he? But it's his turn, isn't it? It's his turn to be the king. So what I'm really waiting for is William. Because William is a Spencer. And the Spencers are a long, long line of aristocratic British family that goes way, way back. I mean, up until today, the British royal family have been descended from Germans, the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas, who changed their name to Windsor in the First World War. But see, William, although he is of that line, he's also a Spencer. So his roots go both ways. I mean, the Bowes Lions were Scottish, weren't they? So he's got that as well. So he's a true Brit. He really is. Not that Charles isn't a true Brit. I'm not saying he isn't, but as you go down the line, they get more and more German the further back they go, don't they? But Markle, she's nothing. She's nothing compared to Diana. Nothing at all. And it makes you wonder, you know, I know Diana was a bit estranged because she had her husband was knocking off a mistress in the background all the time she was married to him. So you can imagine she might say things out of vengefulness, you know. So you've got to take that into account when you think about what Diana said about Charles. But, you know, if what she did say was to be believed, I mean, I remember what she said about him just before they got out the car at the Cannes Film Festival. She said, oh, by the way, your friend's been killed on a motorbike. I mean, if that's true or not, we'll never know, will we? Because Diana's dead and Charles probably won't admit it. But you build up a picture of someone. I've never met Prince Charles, never met him in my life. I don't want to meet him. I'm not one of those people who, oh, yes, sire, I'd love to. Oh, it's such an honour to meet you, sire. None of that. No, I don't care. Right? He's king. He's in line to be king, and he will be king, and that's it. I'm a monarchist, so I'm quite happy to go along with it. I don't have to like him, do I? You know, I'm not required to because I'm never going to meet him. What I'm really hanging out for is William and Kate. I think William and Kate, all my money's on them, and I hope they don't let me down. So, will I be watching the coronation? Yeah, I probably will, actually. I probably will. Just out of curiosity, because I've never seen a coronation before. I've seen royal weddings before. I don't think I watched William and Kate's wedding, actually. I think it was at work. But I think I might have watched a couple of the highlights later. But I'm not that keen that I'm there with the popcorn watching something. I mean, I watched some of the Queen's funeral. and the proclamations of Charles. You know, so, I mean, he is the king. He is the king, like it or not. We've got to go with it, haven't we? He might turn out to be all right, actually. You don't know, do you? You don't know. He certainly put his foot down. He's thrown Andrew out the palace. Got rid of Harry and Meghan. I wish you good luck in your foreign land. Goodbye. So maybe the guy has grown a spine in his latter years, because he was certainly under the thumb when he was younger, forced into a marriage he didn't want, and everyone adored Diana. Well, I speak for myself, but I know for a fact a lot of other people adored Diana. She should have been the queen. She should have been. But things weren't to turn out that way, were they? Anyway, that's my little rant for the day. And Meghan Markle, no, she's a stain on the royal family. And like I say, I call her Prissy Knickers. She's up her own arse all the time. She's going on and on about a load of shite that we're not interested in.